Hey everybody, it's Mr. Green again. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the wind. When we're out here traveling by canoe, the number one thing that impacts our ability to move forwards is the wind. Now, when we're talking about the wind, we'll often say, oh, there's a west wind. And what that means is that the wind is coming from the west and traveling to the east. And if we say there's a north wind, it means it's coming from the north and traveling to the south. Now, we were told before we left that the prevailing winds, so the direction that the winds most often come from this time of the year, is the northwest. However, most of the winds we've seen have been coming directly from the east. Now, this is a bit problematic for us because we're mostly traveling east. So most of the time we've been paddling directly into the wind. Now, that's one thing that impacts our ability to move forwards, but there's other things that the wind can do too. Now around here, when we get a west wind, so when the wind's coming from the west, we get impacted by huge amounts of smoke all around us. Our whole world gets filled with smoke. And the reason for that is because a place called Alberta in a province called British Columbia, which is southwest of here, they're currently having really big wildfires. And when they have really big wildfires and we get a west wind, all that smoke comes into our world here. Now, we don't always have a west wind. It doesn't always look as gray and dull as it is right now. Sometimes we have a north wind. And when we have a north wind, it generally means that we have a high pressure system, which means that we have consistent, cool, nice weather. It has also been the same from our observations when we have an east wind. We have good weather, blue skies, lots of sunshine. And usually when we have wind from the south, it means things can change very quickly. Now, it might be interesting for you the next time that you're in your classroom and you have a Chromebook or a computer out, maybe you could look up with your teacher and find out where the prevailing winds come from in your area and what winds from other directions, what they mean to you. Because whether you're living your daily lives or you're trying to figure out what clothing to wear for the day, there's a good chance you can figure all those things out by knowing where the wind's coming from. And for us, well, we would like a south wind, I think.